Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. My sincere thanks for your physical presence today. It's indeed a great pleasure, privilege, honor to be part of this great event, Spark Minda Supplier Conference. First, I wish to remind you all with a quote. When I is replaced by we, the illness becomes wellness. My presentation mainly will cover how Spark Minda are leading the future mobility journey and placing our strength to business wins while continuously we are working on the weakness. As I said earlier, my presentation will cover mainly how Spark Minda are leading the future mobility and placing our strength into business wins while we are working on the weakness. You all know the mega trends. Let me speak with the environment and how the four mega trends impacting the mobility and the transportation. With rapid urbanization, digitization, and rising Gen Z, the population has led to the sustainable transportation to various subtrends like connected, autonomous, shared, and electrified mobility. However, unlike the developed countries where the things have happened differently, India has some unique needs and solutions. We have implemented and adapted electrification on a larger scale by passing the traditional route of moving from mild hybrid to hybrids to EV, similar to the jump we adapted in the ICE from BS6 to BS4. This provides the platform for the premiumization in mobility on top of the safety and sustainability. There are some studies confirm that the electronic content in a passenger vehicle will rise from 40% to 60%. Let me also give some insight about the regulatory framework which is being discussed. The left side of the slide, you see that the framework which are implemented or to be implemented. To the right side one, which are currently in discussion or planned to be implemented. Some of the things like BS6, the phase 2 or stage 2 stuff, or E20 fuels, CAFE, the corporate average fuel economy, and the safety related stuffs coming, and the FAME 2, this provides lots of enablement and also provides the base for the safety and security in the vehicle. At the same time, you can see the way the complexity is increasing in the vehicle, even solutions such as cyber security need is also on the rising rate on the vehicle because of the electronic content increase. Even the government is talking about the tire pressure monitoring system for the vehicle to improve the safety of it. So the important is that a close tracking of it and looking into a roadmap continuously and adapting it suitably into our roadmap is very important. Also, the government initiatives also provides various subsidies, such as the PLI scheme. You all know that 3 lakh crore in the next 5 years. Also, the subsidies like FAME 2, the semiconductor mission, of course, the lot of electronics increase our group, and we are also talking about semiconductor mission, foreign direct investment, phase manufacturing program, and so on. Let me give you some insight how Spark Minda is prepared for this. Some of you know that we have set up our tech center in Pune and in Bangalore. We are anchoring our journey with a strong team of engineers. We have 375 engineers working in our tech center. Overall, the group has 475 engineers. We have a very strong hold now in our IP generation. We are continuously creating our own patents. Out of the 250 plus patents what we have, 50% are generated last 5 years. We are also investing in the engineering. This year, roughly around 3% of our overall revenue is invested on the engineering. We also have the people working on the latest technologies like the autonomous vehicles or the connected mobility and so on. You will also see that how the transformation is happening in our portfolio. The 4 business verticals explained by Kushal. You can also see that how the electronics is started occupying there. sorry, lot of electronic content is coming in, especially in the BV1 area, the mechatronics area, where the electronics is taking the shape, and also the BV5, which is advanced technologies area, where more and more electronics is coming in. I would like to bring the quote of our chairman, Mr. Ashok Minda, always says that invest on yourself by learning new things. This secures your future. And we believe that we are continuously investing on our technologies. And for us, the transformation is very important. Here we picked the 8 of our domains, the key domains, how these domains will be transformed. Example like the locking system, which is the mechanical locks, will get converted or get transformed as a vehicle access systems. Instrument clusters will get transferred as cockpits. Interior plastics will get converted as smart cabins, and wiring harness into EDS and so on. I will not go in detail into it, but the journey is a huge transformation is expected in the technology. I would like to pick 4 examples of that and give you where Spark Minda is looking forward. So one of the core product of ours is lock set, and we felt that at some point of time we maybe even need to shoot our foot. In the two-wheeler, we were very successful. We are able to provide our keyless entry systems, so-called smart key, and we have today lots of programs. We are working with 10 plus customers with 45 plus active programs, and we have also 44 plus patents in this. One product we have 44 plus patents. And the same way, we wanted to repeat this in the four-wheel area. Neeraj talked about how the change happening of our revenue from two-wheel into more into CV and PV. What we think is that whatever the access happens in the vehicle, whether it's a passenger access or it's through the hood or boot or sunroof, is ours, which means we need to provide a smart access to the users. So this is what we mean by the transformation. And the product which I said in our two-wheeler access, we have completed homologation in 45 countries, and it is used extensively in India, Europe, and Japan. And the same we would like to repeat also in the four-wheeler access systems. The other important is the clusters area. We have been doing digital clusters for a while, mechanical to LCD, electronics to TFTs. Nowadays, the TFT clusters are coming in a big way, and these clusters are called connected clusters, where telematics related functions are getting integrated. Now we are seeing a huge trend that the entire first row is getting occupied with electronics like TFTs. So we are trying to work on the complete TFT based cockpit solution, which will have a silver box. The team is aggressively working on it. And we also, in this area, we have 20 plus patents, and we have various programs coming into SOP in the coming times. The wiring harness currently is majority driven by the customers, whereas print to spec. But moving forward, the customers expect a value from us. They want to involve us as in the early stages of development by designing the architecture of the vehicle. The EE architecture of the vehicle is keep changing, and the customers expect us to work with them, design the wiring harness along with them. So this is becoming so-called EDS, electrical distribution systems, which means it's not going to be a pure electrical wire conducting the current, but rather value-adding products such as PDU, power distribution unit, or battery disconnection unit. This is going to add lots of value and going to serve lots of purpose like safety in the EV vehicle. And now comes our EV portfolio. We are one of the front runners. We started our journey in 2018 with EV products. We started mainly with two-wheel and three-wheel because, the penetration of EV is higher today in the EV, especially in the segment because of total cost of ownership. But slowly we are also moving up into high voltage, high power solutions, such as combo packs like 2-in-1, 3-in-1, charge protection devices, and so on. Also, you know that recently the government has come up with the new norms called AS156. This is also another very important safety related stuff to ensure, especially, on certain cases where the fire incidents have happened on the vehicle battery and BMS. So the chargers with the protection, especially the IP67 is coming in. So we are really gearing up and moving ourselves two-wheel, three-wheel, also to come four-wheel, especially CV and PV. So this provides a huge opportunity. I would like to bring up some challenges in this journey. First is that in the past, safety means its ruggedness. When I mean past, it may be 50s and 60s, where safety means ruggedness. You would see that old Ambassador Fiat cars where how rugged it was, which is nothing but, sorry, code change. Okay. So we are talking about how the transportation has changed. Earlier, our mobility is used for pure commutation purposes, means moving from place A to place B. Whereas the present purpose of the mobility is, it's just not only commutation, safety and comfort is got added. Moving forward, it is going to be more enhanced mobility with autonomous and connected mobility coming up. The cabin space would become more and more smart and becoming second home. So important is that the transformation needs a different approach in development, a technological edge is needed, and also the quick turnaround time is important. This comes how the safety and quality goes hand in hand. In the past, in 1950s, I can use the safety, nothing but in a vehicle is ruggedness. You can see that the cars in the past were Ambassadors and Fiat. In case of an accident, the ruggedness, the chassis or the body gives a protection to the passengers. So which we call it as post-active, means after the or during the accident, it saves you. Whereas in 80s or 90s, the ABS or so-called ESP systems provide the right braking at the right time, with the ABS systems, the technological advantage. This is nothing but preventive. During the accident, it prevents and reduces the fatality. Whereas in future, with the autonomous and ADAS technologies, the accident can be predicted earlier and braking can be applied ahead of the event. So this is where the movement is happening. So important is that the quality of our deliverables, that's most important, and that defines the safety. And this picture, I am using non-automotive. I think it's self-explanatory. We know how McDonald's have evolved from a hamburger, into aloo tikki or Maharaja burger. And this gives us three important things. Note the way they innovated the product, the taste, which is more, India needs more spicy, so the taste, and the cost, the affordability. And I no need to explain that the successful vehicles in India, especially in the rural areas where the 800cc and the 50cc and lower than 1-tonner vehicle. So the affordability in India is one of the major factor for the success. And I would like to conclude that the rise in electronics is happening and the software contents are increasing. Safety, affordability, and quality is very important. And early engagement in the design and development, and also we insist that you also invest on the engineering side. Sustainable and circular economy is very important, and continuous VAVE is the need of the hour. And I would like to end this presentation with a quote: innovation is the ability to seize a change as an opportunity, not a threat. Thank you so much.